Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you enjoy what you're seeing, and if you want to see more. So it's the turn of Huddersfield Giants, who re-entered Super League in 2004 under the direction of then coach. Coming up in today's episode, it's the Super League prediction day again, and this time it's Huddersfield Giants' turn. So it's the Huddersfield Giants that we're looking at today, and they have been in the Super League since 2004 after being promoted under the stewardship of John Sharp. After some indifferent couple of years, it was 2006 where John Sharp got some decent success after he reached the Challenge Cup final. Unfortunately, his Huddersfield side came unstuck that day, losing 42 points to 12 against St Helens. But after a nightmare 2007 start to the Super League campaign, Huddersfield went on a run of winning 7 games along the way. Sharp was coach of the month in April and May as a result, and reached the playoffs for the first ever time under Sharp's stewardship. It wasn't until 2008 where things started going wrong, as Sharp was replaced by St George Illawarra and the current New Zealand Warriors coach Nathan Brown midway through the 2008 season. Nathan Brown had some good success, and in his first season he took Huddersfield to the 2009 Challenge Cup final himself, but losing out to eventual winners Warrington in the process. Again, Huddersfield reached the playoffs in that year as they finished third in the league for the first ever time, and they have also finished 2010 in the playoffs also with a third place finish again, but had not made a dent in the playoffs after losing St Helens home and away, and then at home to Catalans as well. After tips were being going forward to make bigger strides, it was the 2012 season where it eventually went all wrong for Nathan Brown, as they dropped from 1st in the league to 7th in the league, and it saw him being replaced by Paul Anderson for the rest of the 2012 season. And in the 2013, Baloo helped Huddersfield win the League Leaders' Shield for the first ever time, as they finished top of the league for the first time in 81 years. Unfortunately, again, they did not make a dent in the playoffs. After some consistent performances in the seasons afterwards, still getting into the playoff picture, it was during the 2016 season a bad run of form saw that Paul Anderson was sacked as head coach, with Andrew Kelly becoming in charge for the rest of the season. But after some indifferent results, it was Ian Watson that was put in charge for the 2020 season, and goes into 2020, 2021 and now 2022 as their head coach. ...2021 wasn't the best of seasons for Huddersfield under Watson, as they finished 9th while winning only 9 games of the 24 that they played. But there have been some good bright sparks. While Aidan Caesar was injured for most of the season, it was left to young halfbacks Ollie Russell and Will Price to step up to the fore, and they have shown very mature performances and some decent class to go along with it. With senior players like Jermaine McGilvray and Michael Lawrence in the ranks, they were able to show some of the quality that could be brought up during this 2022 season. But it's not fair on the young heads that Huddersfield should rely on them this early in their career. So Ian Watson has gone out and got some experience and some mavericks, as he's brought in Tui Lolohea and also Theo Fage from St Helens, both of whom he worked with at St Helens during his time there, and are undoubted class players, especially Fage, as he has been involved in the St Helens team that have been rampaging Super League over the last few years. Not only has he brought in those two halves from Salford, he's brought in a forward that he's worked with at Salford, Seb Ekahifo, who was on loan at Salford during the last 2 to 3 seasons from Huddersfield, so now he's back playing with his parent club. And with England international Chris Hill joining the pack, it's getting a bigger and more experienced, as well as tough, forward line that is involved at Huddersfield. Especially when you add big lead prop Nathan Mason to the mix also. Then it's half-back position with Adam O'Brien already there, and adding Danny Levi, the former Kiwi Test hooker, into the mix. There is always forward thinking, and now it looks like that Ian Watson has got the team that he wants. But it's not been all incomings at Huddersfield, as Darnell McIntosh decision to leave for Hull early in the season made a couple of waves, and they needed to alter their plans when it comes to the wing. And Aidan Caesar leaving due to the law of Leeds and injuries, as well as not really being a Ian Watson style player. It may cause a little bit of disruption with Huddersfield fans, but there's cause for optimism when it comes to 2022 with the new players that have come in. So, where are Huddersfield going to finish this year? Well, my prediction is the lowest that they'll finish is 7th. The lowest. They have so much quality brought into the squad that they could push on to playoffs, top end of the playoff, and cause a few upsets along the way. And it is a year to be optimistic at Huddersfield. Leaders like Chris Hill coming in, Tui Lola here, and also Theo Fage. If they get all cooking on gas from day one and be committed to the ideas that Ian Watson brings in, there's no limit to what they can do. They could be in a shout with a Challenge Cup win at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, or even going to the grand final and winning it all. They would have to come up and be on the best when they come up against the likes of Saints, Leeds, and also Catalans. But they're my dark horse. I'm only putting them at 7 at this point because of last year's finish, 2021's finish. But I think that's the bare minimum. 7th will see progression due to their 9th place finish in 2021, but not enough progression. They need to get into the playoffs. Seriously. No two ways about it. And if they finish 6th and then attack it from there, if they win one game in the playoffs, that's better than what they've done since 2003. It's going to be a tough ask, but Ian Watson has been to a grand final before, and they have some star quality, young star quality, and we don't want to put too much on young shoulders this early in their career. But Will Price is a talent in the making. They have been shrewd in keeping their packs big, tough to beat, and also enough to put through the minutes. Chris Hill usually stays on most of the game, so if they keep him fit, despite his 30 years of age, and also get the same type of tune out of someone like Nathan Mason with Seb Ekahifo coming off the bench and starting swapping them two, it's going to cause a lot of problems for any team. There is a bit of a question mark when it comes down to the outer edges, second row, centre areas. There's still some time to build those up, or even push them even further. I'm trying to think of what they can't do at this point, and that's my only concern. Second row centres. They got some good players in there, but are they championship? That's it. Just don't know. We'll see as the season goes on. And that's it for today's Predictor episode of Hell Dominance. So please remember to like, subscribe and click that notification bell for when my next episode comes up, whether it's predictions or if it's to do with general rugby league news. Thank you so much for watching. Please tell me in the comments what your thoughts are of today's episode. Do you agree with Huddersfield being 7th minimum, as I think they would be? They're my dark horses, seriously, no two ways about it. They're the team with the most progress when it comes to the players on the pitch, and also the type of players that they've got. There's undoubted quality there. Chris Hill being the main standout, but no doubting Theo Fage and also Tuilola here. Two top players in the creative berth. They should push on the youngsters like Will Price to go even further. But anyway, do you agree? Do you disagree? Tell me your opinions in the comments. But in the meantime, please stay safe, all the best, and I'll see you in the next video.